I had been alone in my small orbital outpost for nearly 2 months when the knock came. Not the polite, routine kind of knock. Not the scheduled delivery or maintenance alert that punctuated my quiet days. No, this was deliberate, insistent, and faintly urgent, as if the knocker knew exactly what or who was inside. I was sipping recycled coffee, staring out the viewport at the swirling clouds of Nebula Sigma 12, when the sound made me start. My hand shook as I reached for the door panel. "Hello," I called, my voice hoarse from solitude. "Who is it?" No answer, just another knock, softer this time, yet impossible to ignore. I activated the door's biometric scanner, expecting an automated drone, a courier, or maybe even a malfunction warning. Instead, a small, delicate hand appeared on the screen. Not a robot's, not a drone's, human-sized. No, smaller. Alien. The scanner blinked. Name, unknown. Species, unregistered. My heart raced. I wasn't used to unexpected visitors. Especially not alien children. Slowly, I unlocked the door. She was astonishing. Small, no taller than a human toddler, but radiating presence far beyond her size. Her skin shimmered faintly, like starlight captured in delicate crystal. Her hair floated around her head as if gravity and light bent to her will. And her eyes, oh, those eyes, 4 in total, arranged in a perfect arc over her face, each glowing softly with a different hue. Violet, silver, amber, and jade. The child tilted her head, studying me. Then, without a word, she stepped inside. I panicked internally. "Wait, where are your parents? Are you lost?" She didn't answer, but I sensed something in her gaze. Not fear, not malice, not even confusion. Authority. Presence. I realized slowly she was no ordinary child. "Are you royalty?" I asked aloud, though it sounded absurd even to me. Her gaze sharpened. The colors in her eyes brightened. A faint hum emanated from her, like a soft vibration against the floor. It wasn't sound, it was feeling. A communication method I didn't understand. And somehow, I understood it anyway. She was trying to tell me something. "You're the Star Princess's child," I whispered, more to myself than to her. Her eyes blinked once, sharply, and her tiny lips parted. A voice came out, not audible, but in my mind. Clear, elegant, commanding, yes. "I need your help." I nearly fell backward. Mental communication was rare, dangerous, even. And here it was, from a child. What do you need help with?" I asked. She raised her hand, and the wall panel flickered. A holographic map appeared, showing the star systems of the outer Zephyrian rim. A tiny red dot pulsed in one corner. I escaped. "They are after me. You must protect me," she said. My stomach dropped. "You escaped? From who?" She didn't answer. The hum shifted, almost impatiently. Her gaze locked on mine, and I understood, I had no choice. I gathered what little gear I had in the outpost, emergency weapons, a few rations, and my father's old repair kits. I wasn't trained to guard a royal alien child, let alone one with psychic abilities, but instinct overrode fear. "Okay," I said aloud, trying to steady my shaking hands, "we're getting out of here." She followed silently, her tiny feet making no sound. Her presence felt like gravity itself, constant, pressing, protective. I realized quickly she could sense every hesitation, every doubt. Every decision mattered. Outside, my ship waited, small but capable, a patched-together freighter I had modified over the years. I activated the engines, checking the gauges. The child stood beside me, gazing at the controls as if understanding them better than I did. "You pilot?" she asked, her voice delicate but commanding. "Yeah," Kind of, I replied nervously. You fly too? She tilted her head. Not yet. But I can learn. We were in the air, well, space, before I could ask a single question about her parents, her planet, or the forces hunting her. The sensors started pinging almost immediately, detection signals, patrol ships, scanners closing in. They found us, I muttered. She looked at me calmly. Then we must move faster. You are capable, human. Do not fail. I swallowed hard. The weight of responsibility pressed down like a gravity well. I had never protected anyone before, not like this, not a royal child whose life could influence interstellar politics. And yet, I found myself following her direction. Somehow, her mind guided mine. Through a combination of evasive maneuvers, gravity slingshots, and sheer luck, we managed to escape immediate pursuit. As the stars stretched past us in streaks of light, I finally had a chance to breathe. You have a name, right? I asked. She paused, then whispered, Liara. Liara Carvora. The name hit me. Carvora, the ruling line of the Outer Rim. The name carried weight, history, and danger. I realized fully then, I was protecting not just a child, but the heir to an entire sector. Days passed aboard my freighter. Liara remained mostly quiet, studying the navigation panels, occasionally sending mental commands that I followed instinctively. I learned that the forces hunting her were a rogue faction attempting to overthrow the Carvora line. They had killed her bodyguards, captured her attendants, and somehow, she had escaped alone. At first, I felt inadequate. I was a human, alone and outgunned in the vastness of space. But Liara had faith in me. Her trust became a guiding force. I realized, sometimes, courage wasn't about strength, it was about willingness to act when others were helpless. One night, she approached me while I was recalibrating the shields. Human, she said, you fear failure. I froze. I do. Then you must not fear it. Protecting me is not a choice, it is destiny. You are part of it. I didn't understand at first. How could a child, albeit an alien royal child, speak of destiny and duty with such certainty? But her confidence bolstered me. I felt my resolve solidify. We made our way to a small, neutral station on a distant moon, where I could refuel and repair the ship. The rogue faction followed closely, but Liara's abilities allowed us to remain undetected. On the moon, I finally learned more about her. She had been trained from birth in diplomacy, psychic combat, and interstellar strategy, but never in hiding. She had escaped instinctively, relying on intuition and raw psychic talent. And somehow, she had chosen me, an ordinary human, as her guardian. Why me? I asked as we sat in the dimly lit station, sensors humming. She looked at me with those 4 glowing eyes, serious and unwavering. Because you are human. You are unpredictable. And unpredictable allies are the most valuable. I laughed nervously. I don't feel valuable. I feel terrified. Good, she replied, a hint of a smile. Fear sharpens awareness. Courage is not absence of fear, it is action despite it. I realized she was teaching me, guiding me, shaping me into the protector she needed. The final confrontation came sooner than expected. While refueling, our presence was detected. Fighters swarmed the station, cutting off escape routes. I panicked for a moment, until Liara took my hand. Listen to me, she said mentally. Trust yourself. Trust me. Together, we can end this threat. Through a combination of her psychic guidance and my improvisation with the ship systems, we disabled the boarding drones, reprogrammed defense turrets, and escaped the station in a daring slingshot maneuver that sent us hurtling past the rogue faction's command ship. By the time we were safe in deep space, I realized something profound. I wasn't just a human protecting an alien child. I was part of her destiny. And she was part of mine. Liara looked at me, 4 eyes gleaming softly. You saved me. And in doing so, you have changed the course of history. I swallowed hard. We saved each other. She smiled. For a moment, the fear and danger melted away, replaced by trust, respect, and a bond that transcended species, planets, and star systems. And as the stars stretched endlessly before us, I knew this was only the beginning. Because sometimes, a single knock on the wrong door could change everything. And sometimes, the right human could be exactly what the galaxy needed. End.